Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the 5 platinum trophies that exhausted me. These platinum trophies are ones that I failed to achieve and for numerous reasons exhausted me so much that I had to stop playing the game altogether. These are all great games and I'm sure I'll return to them eventually, but for now they lay in the platinum graveyard with that ugly numbered percentage to let everyone know how much of a quitter I really am. First up on the list is Uncharted 2. At 37% completion. I honestly can't remember how far I got into this game, but as you can see from the trophies, I collected a decent amount of collectibles and also surprisingly a decent amount of kill challenges too. The main reason I dropped this game was actually because of the previous game. After platinum the first Uncharted, I instantly jumped into Uncharted 2 and quickly realised that although the story is different, the trophy hunting is not. I still had to kill a certain amount of enemies, doing certain things, and more importantly, I still had to collect all the treasures, which meant watching a constant guide while playing through the game. Now don't get me wrong, I don't mind watching the guide when the collectibles are spaced out because it gives me a chance to actually sit and play the game in between the next collectible location. The issue with Uncharted is that because the collectibles are so close together, you kind of have no choice but to constantly watch the guide while you're playing. This ends up in spoiling the upcoming sections and takes you away from actually experiencing the main game. If I was to go back and aim for the platinum again, I would 100% play through the game on its own first and then replay it for the collectibles, something that I now do with every single game I play. The next game I gave up on was Hitman 3 at 66% completion. I picked this game up on release day and had no clue what to expect since it was my first entry into the series. I absolutely loved it and once completing the main story, I decided that I wanted to secure the platinum. This was going very well up until I reached this one level where you had to sneak around the club doing numerous things to kill the target. This level wasn't actually too bad and I had a good go at 100% in it for the trophy. The reason I called it quits was more to do with the game itself rather than this particular level. It eventually caught up to me that although the challenges were different per level, I was essentially doing the same thing on each map in order to progress the platinum along. This means doing every possible thing you can in order to kill the targets. Don't get me wrong, this was super fun on the first map, but once I got to level 20 on map 2, I didn't then want to go for level 20 on map 3, 4 and 5 due to how long it was taking and how repetitive it was becoming. For instance, at the time of dropping this game, I played for around 40 hours after only 100% in 2 out of the 5 maps needed to achieve this platinum. That may not sound like a lot, but I'm pretty sure the first playthrough of the game only took me around 8 hours or so, which means at a minimum, each map was taking around 10 hours to 100%. I know what you're thinking, that 10 hours per map does not sound too bad, but when you're constantly playing the same map over and over, doing specific steps for a single kill just to boost yourself towards that level 20, or having to kill the target early as you've done all you possibly can within that one life, it starts to get pretty repetitive pretty fast. Hitman 3 is great and it's a platinum I've always regretted dropping. I'll definitely return to it at some point, but I probably wouldn't make it the main game I'm playing, just so I don't get burnt out again. The next game I failed to platinum is Last of Us Remastered at 70% completion. This game is absolutely amazing and probably in my opinion the best game I've ever played. I'm 100% biased as this game was the one I got on my PS4, so it holds more of a connection with me than other games I've recently played. I remember playing this game non-stop and eventually giving myself the task of going for the platinum. I knew about the multiplayer trophies, but I thought I'd leave them till last so I could have fun playing the game. Once I completed my 100% run on Survival Plus, I was only missing one base game trophy, which was to upgrade all weapons. I fell pretty short of this trophy because in Survivor Plus, the game gives you limited resources and therefore means there's a less chance to upgrade your weapons. This is basically where I decided to give myself a break to play another game as I didn't really feel ready to head straight back into a brand new playthrough just for a single achievement. This decision was also impacted by the fact I didn't really want to go through the multiplayer side of the game either because I'd been told how grindy it was. I told myself I'd go back to it eventually, but I've still yet to attempt it, and given the fact that I now own the Last of Us Part 1 Platinum Trophy, I don't really have much of a desire to put myself through that multiplayer section anymore. Up next we have Stranding at 75% completion. This game is another game I absolutely enjoy playing and I spent all my time sinking hours into this game. I had earned 51 out of the 63 trophies available and it was all going flawlessly until 2 specific trophies stumped me right on my path. The first trophy being Best Beloved and the second trophy being Growth of a Legend. Best Beloved was essentially getting to max level with each facility in the game. This meant delivering a genuinely absurd amount of deliveries in order to level up each facility to 5 stars. And with 39 facilities in the game, you can see how that can be time consuming. Now, Growth of a Legend was kind of the same thing, but instead of leveling up facilities, you had to deliver parcels with the Legends of Legend rank on 4 separate categories 20 times. This meant that at a minimum, I would need to deliver 80 ranked parcels in order to achieve this trophy. Now, the Legends of Legend rank was no easy task as it meant keeping the delivery in basically pristine condition while also travelling as fast as you can with as much as you can. These 2 trophies basically killed my excitement for the game as it had already been a lengthy grind to begin with in order to achieve all the trophies and complete the main game. So I decided, instead of ruining my view on such a great game, I would come back and earn the platinum once I had played a few other games. This, of course, was a lie that I told myself, and the platinum stands unachieved to this day. I'd always regret leaving this platinum so short, but I know one day I'll return and claim what is rightfully mine. Last but not least, we have God of War at 87% completion. This is the only game I've ever dropped so close to the platinum, as I literally only had 3 trophies left until the platinum was earned. The reason for this was because I was very badly burnt out. I had played the game non-stop for days, and any free time I had would be working towards the platinum. Everything was going well until I reached the trophy Chooser of the Slain. This trophy required you to defeat 9 Valkyries that had been scattered throughout the game. This was genuinely one of the worst experiences I have had going for a platinum trophy. I managed to kill all 8 Valkyries after a good amount of tries, but was ultimately stumped on the final Valkyrie for at least a day or two until I finally managed to beat her by the skin of my teeth. I was genuinely so relieved to finally defeat this 9th Valkyrie that I continued to achieve the last few miscellaneous trophies, oblivious of the trophy Darkness and Fog. While this trophy isn't exactly hard, it requires you to constantly grind out this repetitive maze in order to collect mist echoes that you can use to open the chest in the middle. This stalled me hard, and after such a big personal grind to kill the Valkyries, I just couldn't bring myself to grind yet again for 68,000 mist echoes in order to open all the chests in the middle. I ultimately dropped the game in order to keep my sanity afloat and moved on to the next. I would like to return to this game and finish the platinum off, especially due to how close I am to actually achieving it. Okay, so quick little interruption while I'm editing this video. The voiceover for this video was actually recorded a few months ago, and since then I have actually platinum God of War.
My fingers are about to fall off.
You have come a long way, Atreus.
The platinum was great, and to be honest, it only took me a few hours to kind of get from where I was to get to the actual platinum. So I just thought I'd let you all know the platinum has been achieved, and I will be going on to Ragnarok at some point. Wow, 9 out of 5 games I failed the platinum. I would honestly love to go back and get these all finished, but I have too many games in my backlog to keep smashing through. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.